Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another Toyhax.com sponsored review. But before we get started, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching this video right here and are not a subscriber of Patriot Prime Reviews, please hit that subscribe button right now. It won't cost you a thing, but will help me and my channel out tremendously. Now, on to the decals. The set we're looking at in this video is for the exclusive War for Cybertron Siege Refraktor Reconnaissance Team. This is the Refraktor set that features the figures in the Generation 1 toy collars. So let's go ahead and take a look at the set. You get one sheet of decals on this silver backing. You get one sheet of decals on this glorious chrome backing. I love me some chrome. And the final sheet features textured decals. I have a few sets that have these, and these are really, really cool. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Siege Refraktor Reconnaissance Team, both before and after Toyhax Decals. And welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Straight out of the packaging, the Reconnaissance Team camera mode looks amazing and is a great homage to the original Generation 1 toy thanks to those collars and fantastic accessories that this set comes with. Spyglass gets this really cool flash cube, Viewfinder gets this top section right here, and Spectro gets this handle with some fantastic molded details. You've got dials, buttons, selector switches, really, really cool looking. The lens itself has some great paint applications all the way around. Inside is translucent plastic, so if you look, you can see the pegs for the shield mode. There is some fairly decent paint applications. You've got the yellow here on the bottom, some red up top. There's some green on the inside of the translucent plastic there. Decepticon logo here on top, and Refraktor right across the front of the camera. More details on the back include special details on Viewfinder's viewfinder, so you've got some molded details there, but other on the back, it's folded up robots. Now, of course, you take these accessories off. There you have camera mode, or what camera mode would look like with the retail versions in the Generation 1 collar. So there you go, guys. One final look at the Reconnaissance Team camera mode before and after. Camera mode looks amazing now. Toyhax knocked it out of the park, adding so many little details to what I thought was already an impressive looking camera. First off, check out the textured decals here on both sides. It really gives the camera that leather look that the old cameras back in the day had. On the lens itself, you've got these red decals on the side, these new silver squares which go all the way around. Those were kind of a pain to line up, along with these, they're numbers on the dial. If you can see on the red, there's little settings, when you twist a camera to get the focus in and out, there's settings on there now. So when you go to put the lens on, you have to line up the right numbers. Also on the inside, the lens is now chromed out. The translucent plastic is gone, and there's also some worded details on the inside. Really, really cool. On top of the camera, you have a readout. The on-off switch is now labeled, and this dial here is labeled as well. I've got mine set on Decepticon. I don't know what Decepticon setting does, but there you go. Also, there's some green right there for the viewfinder. Turn the camera around. You'll see that Refraktor has been replaced with the proper name Refraktor, and back here the translucent green has that more Generation 1 inspired decal. So now let's take a look at camera mode with its Generation 1 counterpart. And for the record, my Generation 1 Refraktor also has an upgrade set from Toyhax. So there you go, guys. One final look at the Refraktor Reconnaissance Team in camera mode after. The Reconnaissance Team robot mode, straight out of the packaging, still homage those original Generation 1 figures. And just like the Generation 1 figures, these three have their own individual names. The red one is Spectro, the one in the middle with the green chest is Viewfinder, and the one here with the yellow is Spyglass. Now, each one of these figures have the exact same mold. It's just different paint applications. And aside from the major color differences you see, each one has some minor differences as well. You've got Spectro with this silver Decepticon logo. You've got Spyglass with a purple Decepticon logo, and his paint seems to be a little bit more metallic than the other two. And then you have Viewfinder here. Now, Viewfinder, he has this center dial, but this is removable. Each figure comes with one of these. I have the dial actually attached to the back of the other two. But in the Generation 1 cartoon, Viewfinder, the leader, always had a dial in the middle. Now, you'll also notice that he has no Decepticon logo. And that's because this piece, this top piece he came with, you can actually separate this, and there's little tabs on the inside. You want to flip around, and you can attach these to his shoulder. This gives him more of a Generation 1 toy look, and his Decepticon logo is now up top on his shoulder. So there you go, guys. There is the War for Cybertron Siege Refraktor Reconnaissance Team in robot mode before and after. Each individual robot gets quite a few extra added decals thanks to Toyhax. Let's start with Viewfinder. Now, first off, each robot's weapon has these nice silver and red decals applied. So that really breaks up all that black that was originally on the guns. His shoulder pauldrons, as you can see, now say Refraktor. The transparent chest now has this green striped decal with a chrome outline. He also has chrome decals right there on this centerpiece. Now, there is enough decals for all three of those little discs, but since I only use one, that's all the decals I applied. I just did the one. Moving down here on these legs, he has new decals on his shins, and these green decals right there below the knee. And that's pretty much it for Viewfinder. Now let's take a look at Spectro. Spectro gets this big red decal that covers up his transparent chest and that Decepticon logo, but he gets a new Decepticon logo right there on his shoulder. He also gets this triangle-shaped chrome emblem right there on his forehead, which is a nice throwback to his original Generation 1 figure. Down here on the legs, he has that great texture. I love that. I love those textured decals that Toyhax gives us. He also gets these silver chrome looking decals right there below the knee. And that's pretty much all there is for Spectro. And finally, taking a look at Spyglass. Spyglass gets this nice blue decal that covers up that transparent chest, and he also gets a new Decepticon logo on his shoulder. Spyglass is the only one that gets a brand new belt buckle. So he's got that cool design right there, yellow decals right below the knees, and he also carries over that great texture look. Now, another nice throwback that Toyhax gave Spyglass is his little flash cube weapon. In the original Generation 1 toy, he was able to hold the flash cube, and it was a missile launcher. With this one, he just held it, so it looked like he had a flashlight. Toyhax gives you a decal to put on the back to make this look like a launcher as well. So I really dig that little throwback. So let me see if I can get that in his hand. So there you go. And now here's a quick comparison of the Refraktor Reconnaissance Team with their Generation 1 counterparts. And there you have one final look at the Refraktor Reconnaissance Team in robot mode after. Straight out of the packaging, the Trio's Cybertronian tattoo gun modes really don't offer that much difference from their robot mode. The real standout, of course, is the camera pieces that make up the rear of the vehicle. Now, each individual vehicle does have different paint applications here on top of the cockpit. You've got Viewfinder with yellow, Spyglass with green, and Spectro with black. But other than that, there's really not much to go over in these quote-unquote vehicle modes. I do like the translucent windows that are supposed to represent cockpits, so you got that going on. But other than the different colors for the individual figures, there's really not much to go over with these specific modes. Now, granted, I don't think there's any collectors that actually display these figures in these modes. But anyway, there is one final look at the trio in their vehicle modes before and after. Vehicle modes do get a little bit of help thanks to Toyhax. The first thing you'll notice is the cell-shaded windows on the cockpits, and each individual vehicle gets its own color-coded windows. You've got red for Spectro, green for Viewfinder, and yellow for Spyglass. There's also some details right here on the front of each vehicle, also color-coded, red, green, and also red. And the front of the vehicle, where those decals are on the weapon, looks really, really good. There's also decals that you can put right here on top of the vehicle, two different versions. You can put like a inverted triangle that actually splits apart, or a Decepticon logo. I put one of each on there so you can see what they look like. Of course, you got the options red and green. Now on the back, you do have the decals carry over from camera mode. You got the red triangle here, but the vehicle now has camera settings across the back. So there you go, guys. There is the vehicle modes with Toyhax Decals after. When I picked up the War for Cybertron Siege Refraktor Reconnaissance team a few months ago, I thought the set was fantastic. Other than the fact it said Refraktor across the top instead of Reflector, I thought the set was perfect. But Toyhax has just shown that you can improve upon perfection. This decal set is great. It adds so many more details to this set that I thought it really didn't need, but has really impressed me. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Once again, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!